Hey, what's up? It's the Nerf Herder, and this stack of boxes right here just could only mean one thing. That it is time for my October 2015 month-end review. Yes, this is the Cliff Notes, so to speak, the subscription boxes for dummies, I guess you would say. It's where I break down. I got 11 boxes, break them down real fast. Just show you what was in them, tell you a quick little what I thought of the box, give it a quick rating of like 1 to 5 stars, 5 being, absolutely blew me away, 3 being average, 1 being like stay away from this company, and nobody ever gets a 1. Maybe 1 or 2 people ever in history got a 1. But, so we got 11 boxes here, I think, looks like 11. And we always start from biggest company to littlest company, in at least in my head. So that's the way it works. And we'll start with Loot Crate. Alright, so first up is the Loot Crate. The big box. And this was time travel themed. It was full of exclusives, including an exclusive Funko Pop. And right off the bat, it was Back to the Future. October was Back to the Future month. And we got this exclusive Doc Brown Funko Pop right there. A really cool Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure t-shirt. And that's a licensed shirt. It wasn't like a mashup or anything like that. It was an actual licensed shirt, which was really cool. Also, this amazing... And I'm not even a Doctor Who fan. This is a Doctor Who Sonic Spork. And this is an actual spork, like the sonic screwdriver. I am totally going to eat with that. That is amazing. And rounding it out with a hoverboard, which appears to float, because it's like mounted on a mirror here. And let me get all this out. Yeah, check this out. It's this amazing hoverboard right there from Back to the Future. And that was the entire contents of the time travel box, and it was absolutely amazing. I love the hoverboard. I love the exclusive Funko Pop. Even though I'm not a Doctor Who fan, the Sonic Spork is just hilarious and funny. And I think they blew me away. I'm giving them a 5 out of 5 stars. They were awesome. I signed up for a full year. I've been going 3 months at a time on Loot Crate. I just bit the bullet and I'm doing it a year at a time now. I'm in. So, for the long haul. So, yeah, that was Loot Crate right there. Alright, then we're going to bridge it right over to a UK box called the Z Box, who also had a time travel themed box. And also had a exclusive Funko Pop, which was the exclusive Marty McFly, which it turns out there is actually another company, I forget, Fun.com or something like that, also had this exact same exclusive Funko. And actually there's a sticker behind the sticker, now that I see it in the light. So... I don't know why they did that. They didn't even do like a color variation or anything, but I'm not complaining because I only have this one, but somebody did message me and say they bought that one, and then they got this one too, thinking that they were going to be different, but they were exactly the same except for the sticker on it. But still a very awesome Funko Pop right there. Then they also had Blink Time, which is a watch that you can't see the face unless you hit the button. Loot Crate also had this in their spy or whatever it was, secret agent box from a couple months ago. Then they had some Doctor Who socks, and I'm not a big fan of crazy socks or Doctor Who in general, but my kids love them, and I give them the socks and they make use of it. And then rounding this box out was Chrononauts graphic novel, and this is a big heavy graphic novel. It's got a Z-Box exclusive cover on it, and I really can't wait to read this because it does look really cool. So I'm kind of excited to get that. But that was the Z box, and again, I thought that was an amazing box. Just because there was a couple, like, because of the watch thing from Loot Crate. I'm not giving them a 5 out of 5 stars, but I'm definitely giving them 4 out of 5 stars. I mean, it's probably not their fault that that Funko sold an exclusive right to 2 different companies, and just because that I already got that in Loot Crate, so that just kind of dropped 1 star. But still a very awesome box, very awesome service, and super cheap shipping to the U.S. It's like $33 shipped to the U.S. So it's at par with most other boxes out there. So that's the Z box. All right, and then next we have the Nerd Block Classic, which was the Trick or Treat box, and inside that was a graphic novel for Gem and the Holograms, which. You know, I'm not a girl, but I did used to watch Gem as a kid because my older sister made me, so I am familiar with it. This is like the reboot or something like that. Cool, you know, I mean, you know, there's plenty of geek girls out there that would really enjoy this, and probably some geek guys too. Bob's Burgers, Mad Libs, and I love Mad Libs, and I love when I get these in there because we use them on road trips. A Moe's Tavern coaster, which I'm not going to use as a coaster. I'm actually going to use this up there just because it's so cool. These Zombie Hunter dog tags, and this was the item. I mean, they're cool because they're dog tags. It's really nice quality. They got the like silencers on them, but it's kind of a novelty item. Like, what am I going to do with the Zombie Hunter dog tags exactly? I don't know. But they were a decent quality. The t-shirt was a glow-in-the-dark Gremlins shirt. So it's got Gizmo, and then in the dark, actually, Stripe appears. The Gremlin Stripe appears underneath the white. He glows, actually, which is really awesome. And then finally, they rounded it out with some Aliens Titans. You got Ripley and the alien in there, which is a very cool vinyl figure. So that was a Nerd Block that runs $30 a month. Always good things from Nerd Block lately. I mean, they're really, really knocking them out of the park. I'm giving this a 4 out of 5 stars. Alright, then, keeping up with the blocks, we got, I got Arcade Block, and I got suckered into that because, you know, they had all kinds of great themes that I just couldn't resist, and I was happy to get it. I shouldn't say suckered, but, so, they had this really, retro Atari hat right there, and then a full game, actually, it's on disc, Retro City Rampage DX, which is a really cool game on Steam, and I've had my eye on it for a while, and I never bought it, and it came in like a Super NES looking box, which was really, you know, like retro and 80s. Also, a Fallout Mystery Mini, and I happened to get, I think the Lone Wanderer was. I did, yes. So I got the Lone Wanderer in that. And then this Titan Falls Connect set, and I didn't even know these exist. I mean, the set's nothing special, but it's got some little figures which are cool looking, and it was a decent. It's unique. It's something that hasn't been seen in any of the geek boxes, at least that I've seen. So I like that about it. I like getting different stuff once in a while. And then wrapping it all up with this really awesome Black Ops 3 shirt. And I thought that was a really cool design. I love that. And I will definitely be wearing that shirt. And that was the Arcade Block. Again, runs just like the Nerd Block, $30 a month. I get those sporadically because I'm not a huge gamer, so I'm not like versed on all the different games. So I look for themes that I like, and then I get that one. Overall, I think they did really cool. I'm giving this one also 4 out of 5 stars. This was a really good month for many of the subscription boxes. I thought a lot of them did really good in October. Alright, and next up is the Geek Fuel. And Geek Fuel had, what did it have? It had a Funko Pop in here. And it had this contest, which was really unique. They also did something for Back to the Future, where you had this, like, Time Circuits sticker, but to save the clock tower, and they had a phone number on it, and you call the phone number, and you got a recording, and it was Doc, I think it was, and it was like, "Great Scott! Oh, you didn't win. Better luck next time, Marty." But somebody won like some extra Star Wars gear, or Back to the Future gear or something like that. But it wasn't me. But I thought that was really cool. They always include a full Steam download. This was over 9,000 zombies, which looks a pretty decent game. Usually the games they get are good, and I enjoy playing them. We got a Funko Pop. Now, it's not an exclusive, but it is a Yondu, and I did not have Yondu, which I like that. I always like when I get something that I don't have. And then, this absolutely made my day. It's an app! And if you've seen my original video, I love this, and I'm totally going to use this. This is like the best. It's a pillowcase, and you sleep, you know, on your It's an App pillowcase, which I thought most unique item I've seen in a long time. They also sent a t-shirt, and this was Video Games Live, which I said, oh, I'll go check that out, but I really haven't checked it out yet. So the shirt doesn't mean a whole lot to me. And then rounding things out with a Guardianade energy drink. And I really prefer that they not send like candy and energy drinks and stuff like that in the geek boxes. But you know, once in a while, whatever, I'll deal with it. But I'd much rather have an item than a drink that I just drink and done with, because it might even be gross. But overall, I think they did really good. I'm going to give them 4 out of 5 as well because of the awesome pillowcase. That tipped them up. I was going to give it an average box, but the pillowcase is so unique and so funny, and I love it so much that they get an extra star just for the pillowcase alone. So that was Geek Fuel, and it runs $25 a month. And like I said, it always includes a Steam game in it. One of my favorites. Alright, and it was a Marvel Collector Core month, which was Villains box. And I'm kind of the novelty of the Collector Core is kind of wearing off a little bit on me. I can't wait for the Star Wars box to come out, and I might just get rid of this one and stick with the Star Wars one. Every month they have a pin and a patch, you know, which don't mean much to me because I don't collect such things. The shirt was a really nice design. I did like the shirt. It is Villains, and it's got not all the villains, but it's got a lot of villains on there, like the main big villains on there, like kind of sketchy and like a diagram almost. I did like the comic, Invincible Iron Man, with the variant cover on there, and Iron Man is like one of the comics that I actually used to read as a kid. So that, you know, means a lot to me to get an Iron Man comic as opposed to a lot of the other comics that we get. So that's got a special place. Then we got an exclusive, onto the Funko stuff here. We got an exclusive Pocket Pop, which was Venom. And Pocket Pops are okay. I don't like them as much as the full-size Funko Pops. But this Venom is really great. He's really detailed. He's really cool looking. And I'd almost use him if I wasn't afraid of just scratching his face off with him being on my keys, you know. So he's staying in the box. Next we had a Loki Dorbs. And the Dorbs are okay. I'm a collector only because they're in a lot of boxes, but I kind of prefer something else over the Dorbs. They're not really for me, but I'm not complaining, and I totally collect them all but they don't have, like I said, they don't have as much meaning as the other vinyl figures that I get. Which leads to the exclusive Funko Pop, and it was Morbius, and you could either get regular or zombie Morbius, and I got zombie Morbius. I didn't even know who he was. I had to look him up, and you know, that's kind of why I'm gonna move over to the Star Wars box than the Marvel box, because I'm more versed in that than the Marvel stuff. So when they put like a obscure character like this in there, he doesn't mean a lot. He's really cool looking, but he doesn't mean a lot to me. But that doesn't matter. He's an exclusive. I'm a sucker for exclusive Funkos. So there's that. So that was the Marvel Collector Core. I believe it's like $35 shipped, $34 shipped every other month. And they just follow the same format. There's a shirt, a comic, pin, a patch, and then some combination of Funkos. I mean, it's like a formula. You can pretty much expect what's in the box. I thought it was decent. I didn't think it was great. I think it was average. They're just kind of like flatlining it. They're not really doing anything to excite me. I'll give them 3 out of 5, just because they're just, you know, flatlining on the box. Alright, and next up we had the Super Geek Box, which was Chaos themed, if I remember correctly. And I pulled this out. This little guy here, super awesome. It goes on your hand, but it also caused a lot of people's boxes to explode in shipping. And they got an empty box when it got there. So unfortunately, a lot of people had some grief. But this is so awesome. I love this. And if I had got it a little bit earlier, I would have totally made a Halloween costume incorporating that. Otherwise, I got a Nightmare Before Christmas Mopies, and you could have got one of like 3 or 4 of them. This Venom like bandana thing, you put it over your face. And it's smelling better than it did originally because I let it air out for a long time. Like when I originally got it, I couldn't even keep it on my face. But it smells much better now. So there was that. An air freshener, which is a ghost from the Mario Ghost. And Pop Rocks. But a really, really cool shirt design. I love this. And it's a little weepy Joker who broke his funny bone. So, you know, props for a good box. I can't give them. I have to give them an average 3 out of 5 stars, just because they should have went with a bigger box because it exploded on a lot of people. A lot of people were really disappointed when their boxes showed up empty. So I'm not giving them a higher than 3, just because that was like, you know. Don't stuff your boxes too full. Super Geek Box runs like $18 shipped. It's like the cheapest box out there. So there's that. And yeah, that was pretty cool. Okay, and then my other box from the UK, which is my Geek Box, which was a Halloween theme. It was Afterlife. And we got this, and I can't really figure out exactly what it is. It's a bloody handprint, but I'm not sure if it's like a napkin or like a, you know, flag, or you hang it on the wall. I don't know what it is. It's got bloody handprints on it. The shirt says Boo, which, because it shipped from the UK, it got here after Halloween. You know, I'm not upset about that or anything like that. I fully expected that it would not show up until after Halloween. And so I'm totally going to wear this, but I'm going to wear it like in like, you know, like June, you know, and everybody's like, why the hell is he wearing Boo? You know, so you might see a video in June where I'm wearing this shirt. We got this window sticker. It was zombie response team, zombie outbreak response team. For a sticker, it was cool looking. There's Dracula. It's like a wooden block puzzle for Dracula right there. And then a huge, thick graphic novel. And this was Twisted Dark. And this thing is, I mean, it's heavy. It's thick. And it looks really cool. So this is something I'm going to give a read, you know. And finally, a metal sign, which is warning that says area hasn't been checked for zombies. Which is cool. The box as a whole was decent. It was a good Halloween themed box. They're missing like anything licensed at all. I mean, they didn't have any Walking Dead or, you know, like any big draw, which I think may have been a disappointment for a lot of people. I thought it was good. I like the puzzle. I like the graphic novel. I like the zombie outbreak sign. Although, if it was like Walking Dead zombie outbreak sign, I would have been all over it. But, you know, it is what it is. It was a cool box. It wasn't a great box. They do offer free shipping to the U.S., so it's $30 with free shipping. And I'll give them, it was average. It was an average box. I'll give them 3 out of 5 stars on that. Alright, and next up we got the Collectible Geek, which was Hollywood Monsters. It was Universal Monsters or something like that. It's the classic monsters, whatever the theme was, I forget. But you got this Bride of Frankenstein shirt, which was a nice design. This big Frankenstein's monster plushie, which I really don't like plushies, but I'm totally going to put him in with like the Halloween stuff and bring him out. So he will be useful more than any other plush that I usually get. But he did eat up like a lot of the box's value, which, you know, on a plushie, I really wish they would choose another item. But he's still cool. I'll still use him. Then we got a Funko reaction figure, and I got the Invisible Man. And I believe you could have got several different figures in that. And then, of course, the Collectible Geek mini posters and a magnet. And this is Amazon's Choice Coffee from the Black Lagoon. It's like a spoof right there. And then these like classic movie poster, the mini posters right there, which I think are awesome. I love this kind of retro stuff. So, you know, these are actually really cool to me. And there was 4 different designs, and I did get probably these two, the Mummy and the Black Lagoon, are probably the best ones in my opinion. So I'm glad I got the 2 that I got. Overall, it was a decent box. It wasn't great. I didn't see the I Want It All cash, so I don't know how much better that one would have been. But this one was decent. I'll give them an average 3 out of 5 stars on that. Okay, and next up, we got the Geek Me box. Yes, we do. And in here, we had a Deathstroke Funko Pop, and he is awesome looking and very cool Funko right there. We also got a Nightmare Before Christmas Mystery Mini, and I got the Harley Quinn Demon, which I'll pop out, and he is really great looking. Lots of detail in there, so I love that. Then we got like these Hobbit like little chibi figures, and it was nice. It was unique, but the figures themselves are pretty cheap looking, and they're not very detailed, and they're kind of crappy. Which, you know, I mean, how do you know unless you get them and open them up? But in theory, they're really awesome. But the reality of them, I didn't really care for the quality so much. They look really cool in the pictures and everything like that, but when you hold one in your hand, it's not as great as it should have been. So that's the company's fault. That's not the box's fault on those. Then a Walking Dead dog tags, and I don't, you know, I'm not into dog tags, just like the other dog tags that we got. So I would have much rather had a different Walking Dead item, but I got an actual piece of cloth from a zombie outfit, a walker, my bad, walker outfit in the from the show, which is kind of cool. But I mean, it's just a little tiny piece of cloth, and you know they cut up a shirt on. How many walkers are there in The Walking Dead? There's like millions. And so they just cut up a bunch of shirts and stuck them in a dog tag. So it's not as special as they make it out to be. So that's just my opinion on that. Then finally, the shirt, which is like Back to the Future, kind of meets like what Rick and Morty was it? Which I see what they're going for, but the design is kind of awkward. You can't really make out, the ships all just blend together, and the characters really, their likeness isn't all that great either. So I just really didn't care for the design. And normally I love the shirts in the Geek Me box, but this one just kind of fell flat for me. So there's that. The Geek Me box runs $30 a month, and I actually have a coupon code for it. I'll put all that information down at the bottom for all the boxes, any coupon codes that I know of for them, and links to the website, just so you can get to them easily. And did I rate this? Did I say it was... Did I rate it? I think it was with the... I'm going to give them a below average. I'm going to give them a 2 out of 5 stars. Just because the pop and the mystery mini were awesome. And if the shirt design would have just been better, I would have thought it was a great box. But, you know, without that shirt, you know, the value just wasn't there. So normally I love the box. But unfortunately, this one just didn't work out so well. So that was the Geek Me box. Alright, then finally, all the way from Japan, which was the Gacha Crate, which is just a box full of Japanese gashapon, if I'm even saying that right. And I just wanted to try these out. I like Japanese toys and whatnot, and Japanese anime boxes. The gashapon, not as much as other things, but I definitely wanted to try this because I did see some awesome things in it. So first off, there was like a bonus, which was like a Super Mario Kart like sticker pack, and it had a little piece of gum in it. And then all the little things. So it came, there was 5 little things that you got. So I got... This is like one of the weirdest things I've ever seen. It's a chip, and it's a keychain, and like you totally got like a different like flavored chip, like you literally, from whatever this machine was, you got a freaking potato chip, which I think is just so awesome because it's so weird. Then the other really weird thing, which was awesome, is the sushi girl right there, which is like a little naked girl bathing or like hanging out in some sushi. And those two were the absolute most amazing things in the box. The other stuff was only so-so. So there was like a Nintendo stylus in there, and a little pixel keychain. And then I'm missing one. What am I missing? Oh, an Attack on Titan's guy. And I do like that, and he's pretty cool looking. But he didn't excite me as much as the sushi and the chip. So that was the Gacha Crate, and that was like $25 shipped. I forgot. I thought it was decent. I seen their other box was much better. This one was, I'll give them a 3 out of 5 stars. I think it was decent. But they had much cooler stuff in the one that got me to buy this. So there's that. But that is the last box right there. Alright, so I hope you enjoyed this recap of all the boxes I got in October 2015. I do unbox each one individually as I get them over the course of a month or a month and a half in this case, because a lot of them came, well into November. So this was just like a quick, everything all in one place. You can see it all, see everything that each box offers in one quick video. I also write up a big article on it on my website, www.thenerfherderblog.com. You should check that out. It is the place to go for geeky subscription box reviews. Trust me, the website is awesome. Everything you ever wanted to know about a box that I've reviewed, it's all there. So check that out. But that is it. This has run on long enough. I'm going to let you go because, you got other stuff to do. So, until my next unboxing, goodbye.